we talked about informational text. I said all informational, every single bit of it, right? Every time you read an informational text, you should be asking yourself these questions because it's the what?
Questions asked.
Meal.
Steak.
It's the steak of a steak dinner, right? Yes? We started with the sides yesterday, talking about an informational text that is an argument, correct? Yes? We know it's an argument because the author makes a claim. And the claim, is it very general or is it very specific? Is it big or little?
Big.
The claim.
Little.
Little. So it's small. It's usually a sentence, correct?
Yes.
So with our article yesterday that we were working with, the New Year's resolutions, and you should make a New Year's resolution, what is the claim of that? What did the author claim?
You should make one.
Thank you for saying people. People should make a New Year's resolution. Now yesterday we started talking about solid evidence, right? And we wrote this down, claim, and then we said they have to cite solid evidence. And we talked about the types of evidence that they cite, right? To back up the claim. And we talked about that these three were ethos and logos, meaning it added credibility to our author, right? And that it was a logical argument, like it made sense. Yes? And we also talked about pathos, which is what most of us are driven by. Yes? Even though this is not always what? It's not always true, but it's also not the most what evidence? Clear or solid, right? Yes? Or reliable. Very good. Okay? So now we're going to talk about solid evidence and how to find that. We said for sure numbers are solid, right? Because numbers don't lie. Remember when I said that? So if you see numbers or any statistics in your article, then that is definitely solid evidence. Would you agree? Yes or no? Okay. If they're analyzing the counter argument, not just mentioning it, but saying why it is wrong, right? Devaluing it, yes? If they are doing that, then it's solid argument. And we're gonna talk about these little examples right now on how to figure out which ones are truly solid argument and somewhat not solid argument. So, now we're gonna talk about evidence and what is solid evidence and what is not. So I'm going to show you this little visual. I'm going to the beach, okay? I'm taking my kids, yes? So I'm packing us. This is what I have. A swimsuit, okay? Suntan or sunscreen, flip-flops, goggles, and a beach towel. Okay? Everybody understand that?
Yes.
I'm only allowed to take one thing. I'm only allowed to go to the beach with one thing. Now, if I was allowed to take it all, should I?
Yes.
Yes. When you go to the beach, you need a beach towel, right? Generally, you want a beach towel, right? You want some flip-flops, right? Don't want to walk on that hot sand. Yes, without some flip-flops. You like to you don't have to have the goggles, but you'd like to because, man, don't you want to find shells in the water? Or I don't know if any of you've been to the beach, but like we dive for things in the water and we like to see underwater. Yes, see the fish and stuff underwater.
Yes.
Okay, sunscreen, because, man, when you go to the beach, you burn really quickly, right? Even if you're not one to normally burn. Yes?
Yes.
And swim trunks. Yeah, because you're going to go swimming, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you don't want to swim in your clothes, right? Now, you could, but you don't want to. So all of this should probably go to the beach. But now we've got to limit it to one thing.
The
Hold
swimming
on.
trunks.
Right.
Let's talk about this. Okay? That's where I'm going, but anyway. Beach towel. Do you have to?
No.
No.
Yes.
No, you can
No.
dry
All right,
ice
if
though.
you
Yeah,
think
dry it
yes, raise your hand. Why?
Because you gotta dry yourself off. How are you
But
gonna get
the-
in the car?
the
It's
sun
all
gonna-
wet.
the
No,
sun
listen,
gonna
listen,
dry
Hey,
listen,
stop! No arguing. You have to dry yourself off. Can you dry yourself off at the beach without having a beach towel?
Yes.
Yes, you can get out of the water. That's exactly right. You can get out of the water, let the sun dry you off. Okay? Do we have to have this?
No.
No. Flip flop?
No.
No. Okay? If you're just going to the beach, you can walk out there barefoot, can't you?
Or
Yeah,
run.
just-
Okay, or run. Goggles.
No.
No, they are. We like to have our goggles, and my kids like to have their goggles, but you don't have to have it. So now we're down to the two hard ones: sunblock, swim trunks.
Sunscreen.
All right, everybody, stop. Stop. We're going to the beach now. We are gonna go swimming. This is hard. I'm telling you, this is hard. All doctors say, okay, that you need sunblock, right? Because of skin cancer and things like that. Okay, hold on. Don't say anything. Everybody be quiet. All doctors say that you need sunblock to prevent cancer. But we're going swimming. I need you to think of what you have to have.
Swimming shorts.
Don't say it aloud.
Right.
If you continue to talk, I'm going to have to send you out for a minute because I'm taping this. Look at me. How many of you, raise your hand, do not say a word? Think it's sunblock. How many of you, raise your hand, think it's the swim trunk? All right, let me ask you a question. And the answer is no. Generations past, my generation, my parents' generation, their parents' generation, did they have SPF 50?
No.
Okay. When people started swimming in the ocean, or lakes, or ponds, or whatever they had, whatever water source they had, did they have sunblock?
No.
No. So they either, but did they swim in full garb?
No,
No.
they took all their clothes off to swim in underwear.
Or, okay, which essentially would have been their swim trunks, right? So what do you have to have?
Sunscreen.
You gotta have these.
Keep
Okay.
going your draw.
Now, hold on, Davion. Oh shoot. Stop it.